Every who down in Disney World loved Walt Disney and his movies a lot. But the Grinch who lived on top of Mount Crumpet did not.
I heard Disney are the most famous movies, but no one quite knows the reason. It's probably because that I'm scared of the previews and the soundtracks, and that my fear just 2 times too big. And it's probably because I hate Walt Disney characters.
Staring down at the town with a terrifying grin, he knew Mickey Mouse was entertaining children. The Who's of all ages come down from afar just to hang out with their favorite Disney star. All the kids love Walt Disney, so they tried to stay near. Now this made the Grinch mad. He growled and sneered. With his Grinch fingers nervously drumming, the Grinch shouted out,
I must find a way to shut down the Walt Disney Studios forever. Tomorrow they'll find my plan being clever.
all those kids who like Disney will wake bright and early. The Grinch looking down will be feeling so surly. They will rush with their toys and their Disney merchandise. This was one thing he hated, and it makes him not nice. Then the Who's Young and Old will play their video games as they snack on the food with that Walt Disney name. He knows that they're happy that he can't stand it all. Every Who's sitting together, the tall and the small. They'll sit in the theater with their favorite Disney scenes. As it plays, they start singing and quoting their themes. And the more the Grinch thought of why Disney movies play, the more he thought how to get it out of the way.
Why is there so much Disney? Why put it now? I must close down Walt Disney Studios, but how?
Then he got an idea, a terrible idea. The Grinch got a terrible, horrible idea.
I know just what I'll do.
The Grinch laughed in his throat.
I'll make a Mickey Mouse sorcerer hat and coat.
He chuckled and laughed.
A great Grinchy tricky. With this Mickey Mouse costume, I'll look just like Sorcerer Mickey. I found it! All I need is a broomstick, a flying one. If I don't find a broomstick, then I'll make one instead. Ah, there's the drugstore. Ah, I found one.
Disclaimer. Unfortunately, Our budget did not allow us the luxury of training a dog for this movie. We apologize for any inconvenience, but have faith that you, the audience, are a clever bunch and can imagine your own version of Alex Max.
As the broom flew above the town where the Who's lay asleep like a dove. All their windows were dark. No one knew he was there. All the Who's were dreaming sweet dreams without care. When he came to the first little house on the street,
Time for action.
he yelled as he crept quietly on his feet. When the doors didn't open because they were rusted, he oiled the hinges using magic he trusted. He started making magic and it was a cinch. If Mickey Mouse could do it, so could the Grinch. Then the doors opened freely, letting him inside the house. He grabbed all the Disney media without disturbing a mouse.
These movies
He grinched.
are the first things to go.
He whispered
Bye-bye, Disney.
while deleting the show.
Bye-bye, precious.
He said as he creaked, so slow with the most unhappy look on his cheeks.
Bye-bye, plush dolls and figurines. Bye-bye, Disney slug.
The last thing to go was a plush Donald Duck. With a grin on his face, he stuffed them in the garbage truck.
My work is almost done here. Just a few more small toys, then Disney will be deleted for all boys and girls.
Next on this list, in this not-so-small war, was the toys and the goodies at the Walt Disney Store. He took all the board games, computer games too, electronics and CDs in the garbage they flew. He took every last thing and he put it in sacks. Then giggled and shouted,
We'll never come back. And how
grinned the Grinch.
do I shut down this vile store? The Walt Disney brand will plague me no more.
As the Grinch closed the last store and gleamed to his core, he heard a loud shriek he had not heard before. He turned around fast and he saw a small Who. That was Cindy Lou Who caught him before he was through. She looked at the Grinch and said,
Mickey Mouse, why? Oh, why are you saying goodbye to Walt Disney? Why?
but you know, the Grinch is so smart yet so slick. He thought of a lie and he thought of it quick.
Hi, my sweet little tot. There's a problem with the Disney, and it won't work, so I'll figure out why. Then I'll close them down for a short bit, then I'll fix them with my special toolkit.
The fib fooled the child, then he patted her head, and he got her a drink, and he sent her to bed. When Cindy Lou Who was gone with her cup, he went back to shutting the Disney store up. When he finally left the store, the old liar, he left nothing but hooks on the walls and some wire. The one speck of media left in the store was a VHS tape that doesn't play anymore. Play anymore. Play anymore. Play anymore. Before he went home, he had one last thing to do. To close up Walt Disney World to every last Who. He quickly and swiftly tore down the sound stage. Next up was the castle that he tackled with rage. As the castle came down, he rode into the night. Looking back from his broomstick, he yelled,
"My, what a nice sight."
At 2 a.m., all the Who's were still in bed, all still asleep with Disney dreams in their head. He dragged all the stuff way up 5,000 feet. The Grinch was tired, but it felt very sweet. He dragged all the stuff to the top of Mount Crumpet. Then he stopped in the junkyard in order to dump it.
Boo boo to the Who's.
He was ghostly humming.
They're finding out now that there's no more Disney coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. They'll gasp with their mouths open for a minute or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will all shriek and cry. Boo-hoo! Where's my Disney? Who took it and why?
He paused for a moment, put his hand to his ear. The sound of the Who's was one of great fear. But it lasted only a moment. And then the Who's stopped. The Who's weren't upset. They weren't that sad at all. In fact, without Disney, they were having a ball. This is the Grinch's most horrible fear, to hear the sound of the Who's as they cheered. They all started coming without any toys. All the girls and all the boys. The Grinch was quite puzzled till he puzzled no more. The moment he fought what he hadn't before.
Maybe Disney.
He fought
doesn't come out of a store. It brings the people together. It means just a bit more.
Then suddenly he heard the telephone ring. It was the head of Walt Disney, some call it the king. The king on the phone sounded terribly mad, and the minute he spoke, he said something bad.
Mr. Grinch, I'm afraid I have something to say. My studio not be shut down, not now, not even today. Keep the studio going, is the way it will be. Never shut down, not ever, Mr. Grinch. All you'll see.
And what happened then, in Whoville they say, that the Grinch's strong fear got so much weaker that day. Then the true meaning of Disney came through. And the Grinch found the strength of 8 Grinches plus 2. Now that he faced his fear so quick, he brought all the stuff back to the Who's on his stick.
Here's your toys, kids. Enjoy.
The Who's were so happy. With glee, they started to bawl.
Disney forever.
So the Grinch started to rebuild Walt Disney once and for all.